Thank you. So yes, if you would please, if you still have handy the packet that you received when you registered this morning, the bright orange sheet from Maxine's Craft Stash. Oh, excuse me, there are different colors. So some are yellow, some are orange, maybe some other colors as well. But it is entitled Charter for Child-Friendly Faith. That's the document we're asking you to look for. Charter for Child-Friendly Faith. So when Jan and I first met, we began discussing ways to reach out to communities of faith. We had the conversation that you can bring a lot of fuel and fire to a sprint distance race of a revolution and get people to be against something. But in something that is more of a long-term seeking of change and transformation, that it is really a marathon. And in that instance, it can be a lot easier to get people to agree to be for something than against something. So in terms of propelling information and ideas and getting people to buy in to the ideas that we're wanting to present, we thought about, we stole the idea from Karen Armstrong, who came up with the Charter for Compassion. She developed this multi-language website. There's a TED Talk all about her Charter for Compassion and the resulting phenomenon that came out of that. But we decided to take the principles that were already part of the nonprofit Child Friendly Faith Project that Jan and Bethany and members of the board and others had worked so carefully to construct. And we put those into a document and played with the language to say, what is the bare bones minimum of things that we believe that we can get as many people of faith and different ideologies and cultures and belief systems to agree on, without so watering down the message of the Child Friendly Faith Project that it no longer seemed to have any substance or teeth, so to speak. So we came up with Jan and myself and Dave Jensen and others working together to create this document. And it will probably still continue to evolve over time as we get more input. But the idea is to build a document that we can all come around the table together to discuss. What are the things that we can agree on as persons of belief systems and ideologies and cultures and faiths? What are the things that we can agree about and come together? And then from that foundation, we can build a relationship of mutual respect and trust and reciprocal agreement. And then from those bonds and from that place of respect and trust and safety and relationship, then over time, it's a more safe and conducive place to have dialogue about the more sticky widget issues that are less clear and clearly defined in black and white, get into more of the gray issues that can be more often sources of struggle for different people, even who have the idea that what we want most is to protect and honor children, but may have different ways of approaching it. And so this document is thought to be that product for now. And so as we are looking at, this is actually currently on the website, childfriendlyfaith.org. And so if you will go to the website, especially those live streaming now, you can pull, just got the link from Janet, so you can pull that up on the website. The idea is that in the coming months, as we organize a strategy for rolling this out, that the charter would be kind of the center pole around which we would build well, let me back up. The idea is to turn the current page on the website into something more interactive, so that folks will be asked to go, and you could go and your organization could go, and also encourage all of your friends and your contacts to go to the page to sign up saying that they agree with the charter as an individual or an organization. And so as we continue to get more people from a broad variety of backgrounds and organizations represented, that starts really the movement. We become the early adopters. And as that builds and other people go, ooh, these people are doing it, maybe it's not so scary. So it's a way through which we can do outreach, get buy-in from faith leaders and others. And as we do this, eventually what we're considering doing is rolling out a designation program so that faith communities could become designated as a child-friendly faith community. So this is in the early developmental stages, but the idea is that once someone expressed interest in their faith community becoming one that is designated as child-friendly, then we would send them the child-friendly faith designation in a box. They would get media materials and references and study guides, discussion guides, print materials, as well as the charter. And there would be levels of commitment. So some communities may say, we can do this and this. We can't do this. We're not there yet. We still need more dialogue and conversation. We need y'all to come in and do some trainings with us to help us. We would be available as references and consultants to help them if they needed to, while they're going through this period of discernment and dialogue about what would it mean if we were to put it on our newsletter or our worship guide or our website, that we were a child-friendly faith community. What does that really mean, and are we okay with that? So that discernment process, hopefully, would be a process through which a lot of people would be touched and influenced and really gain buy-in. And the charter would be a huge part of that. So be looking in the coming year for those two things to really roll out. First, getting buy-in from folks for the charter for child-friendly faith, and then eventually a process by which folks could become designated as a child-friendly faith community. So we're really excited about those two things. So thank y'all.